All right, welcome back, everyone. We got a banger match coming for you. We got Nova versus CeRium. We've already wasted enough time. Let's head to the arena and let's get some player intros. All right, here we go. We got Nova doing a little dance during the pregame intros. Entertainment from Nova. We got, for Nova, we got Nova is him. We got T is awesome. We got Uli wins. And we got Felix. 7-9. 7-9. Wouldn't it be funny if it was 6-7, 6-7? Anyways, over on CeRium side, we got my homie, Kangi. We got Miffin. We got Blade. And we got the one and only Infiz. Let me just bring up the VRML chat here. There we go. Now I can see all the people we got. Oh, there's my buddy Venom in the chat. Eel! You my goat, bud. Alright, here we go. We're ready. Do they reset all that? Yeah, round one. Okay, cool. Well, they got 2 on the board for CeRium. We got to reset some of those. They accidentally put the ball in the middle. There we go. That looks like everything's reset. Hopefully it's good on the scoreboards. If not, it's going to look mighty funny. Okay, let's get this show on the road. We got things to do. We got to get ready for the big Z-Drift tournament tomorrow. Excited. I'm casting the EU one. Starting at like 7 a.m. my time. All right, that ball's in the middle. And after that, make my appearance in the competitive Z-Drift tournament. But here we go, CeRium Nova, round one, we're underway. And who's gonna pick that up? That's gonna be Uli. Uli gets checked off, and T comes in with a monster swat. Now Kangi has it, loses it to T, but Kangi throws it up, and picking that up is Felix. Felix now gonna juke up, and gonna go wide. Miffin gets a hand on it, goes over to Blade. Blade now looking around, and he's gonna just sky it down, trying to spring and Viz, but picking it up is Nova. Nova with that cool little halo. It's knocked off, and Kangi gonna swat that to the side. It's gonna bounce down and around. Uli's there. Uli coming in from that top shelf. Now gonna work it in. Holds it, and fires and bounces, and Kangi gets a great save. Keeping that score tied. Kangi now working that ball in. Coming in, and he's gonna throw it high, looking for that rebound. Blade's gonna shoot, and Uli gets a hand on it. Oh, but then putting it in on the rebound. Miffin, right place, right time. CeRium up 1-0. All right, here we go. Felix now working that ball down the field. He's going to throw that up to Uli. Uli gets the pass. Uli shoots. Kangi gets his face in front of it. CeRium going crazy here in this first round with the saves and goals. Now here we go. Kangi throws that over. Here's Miffin. Miffin fires that pass across. Blade just going to sky it into the goal. CeRium might have shown up late, but man, they're flying fast. Okay, here we go. Now we got Blade. And that underground and that sewer is going side to side. He's juking one way. He's going up top. And, ooh, they were trying to take out Nova, but that ball wouldn't go. It was Nova's aura that saved that ball. Now that ball is going to bounce up. He's going to try to come away with it. Just swats it to the ground. Blade's there. Has that possession in Nova's zone. Ooh, he's putting in some work there. T's there too. But Nova says, no, we're going to play with it on this end. And we got Kangi back there. They fire it over to Uli. Uli shoots, and Uli scores, putting it in. Nova cuts that lead to just 1. All right, and picking that ball up is Miffin. Speedy little robot, that Miffin. Ooh, but there's T. Pretty awesome, keeping up with Miffin. T now. Jukes, and coming in, and gonna lay that up for Felix. Felix shoots, oh, and he was just off the mark by just a hair. That ball's bouncing around. Kangi's going to get a good poke on that. And ball bouncing up, and they're going to fight for it. Ball bounces down, and coming away with that is Miffin. Miffin now just going to heave that towards the goal, but Nova's there. Huge save coming in. That was on pace for being a goal. Felix now going to throw that ball back. It's going to bounce high off the nest. Uli's here. Uli bringing that ball down. It's coming down, and coming away with it is Miffin. Miffin now. They got lucky. They were in scoring position. Nova was. Now picking it up is Blade. He's going wide with it. Trying to spread it out. And going to go up to the sidewalk. Now tries to cut it around. The ball pops out. Felix is there to gather it up. He's going to try to clear, but it bounces back right to T. Some say missed clearing attempt. Others say pass to T. I say pass to T. Nova's going to fire that up, and Blade's going to come away with it. Blade now just going to heave that forward. Oh, and he hits the nest, and it stays in that neutral zone. Now we got T up top, fires that back over to Nova. Nova cuts in off the wall. Nova coming in skyward. Now going to carve around and turns and fires and misses just wide. He's going to have it up top. Going to lose it for a sec. Kang comes in, causing a ruckus. T still there, throws it down. There's Blade with a good rotation. Now bring that ball, cuts towards the middle. Now comes on a sewer. He's coming in hot. Here comes Blade, turns and fires. And he's going to put that in. 3-1, CeRium leads. All right, here we go. Nova fires that ball up over to Uli. Uli now gets a little bit of a carve, fires that over to Felix. Felix now holds it, hovering, and going to get challenged there by Invis. Uli has to reset and turn around. Now does, coming in on Kangi, but there we got Invis getting back. Great back check there. Now Blade working that ball up. It's going to lose it to Nova. Nova heaves it forward. And Kangi, that wizard, rocking it up on that top shelf. Loses it down low. Uli's trying to work that ball in. Uli fires that ball up off the back wall. And coming away is Miffin. Miffin has Invis down there, causing a ruckus on Nova. And here comes Miffin coming into that goal. Oh, and Hippopotam misses it. Hopefully they'll Hippopotam make the next one. And we're in that bonus time, and that's going to do it. That ball hits the ground. Round one goes to CeRium by a score of 3-1. Well, this is saying that we're in round 3, but we're actually in round 1. That round went to CeRium. It was tight back and forth. Good battle. We'll see what happens once the teams all kind of get settled in, get running their plays and stuff. Let's see. Let's head back to the arena. Round number 2. Let's do some more chat shoutouts. We got Valentine in the chat. Appreciate you, homie, tuning in. Boo, Mikra, Gojo. Always awesome. You guys joining me here, cheering on the homies. All right, that ball's back in the middle. And here we go. Round 2, CeRium, Nova. CeRium up 1 round in this best of 5. Let's see what happens. And that ball launches. Ooh, that takes a far bounce back into CeRium side. Now Kangi gonna give that up to Blade. Blade coming in from the halo. Cuts in, now coming in from that corner. And comes in, fires that pass across the corner. Oh, and Fizz comes in, or Miffin does, sorry. 1-0, CeRium. Coming out that gate swinging. Now we got Felix taking a look behind him. And going down. Oh, lose that ball. He swatted. There's Blade. Going to throw it into the open goal. Blade getting that 2-0 early lead. CeRium turning it up a couple notches here. Let's see if Nova can get something going here. At least slow him down. Miffin now has it. Miffin trying to get away. Going to get checked off. Here we go. T. They're battling forward in the corner. And picking it up is Invis. And Viz fires it up top. Nova's there. Nova just going to heave that over to Felix. Felix fires that over to T. T doesn't see Miffin and gets sideswiped. Blade's going to lose that ball. And it's going to go pop up top. Felix now trying to scamper away. Trying to slow it down. But loses that to it. Viz. Viz just tries to flip it ahead. Gets it over to Miffin. Miffin now comes in. T with some good defense there. Gets that swatted to the side. Uli now bringing that ball back the other way. You're going to lose that. Blade's coming in on 2. Blade putting on the moves. Hits a bounce and the ball pops free. Felix now going skyward. It's a long card. Not as long as that green pigeon, but that's up there. Nova now coming in. Nova shoots and Nova. Pinpoint accuracy. Cuts that lead to just 1. All right, now here we go. Miffin, juke side to side, trying to get away. Ooh, fancy moves. Has a little look back. Says, see you later, alligator. Now coming in, going to swap that pass. There's Blade, and Blade stuffs it home. 3-1, CeRium leading here in round number 2. All right, now here we go. Nova fires that pass over to T. T now trying to get something going. Fires that up over to Uli. That's not Uli loses. That's Uli wins. Gets that over to Felix. Felix fires that back. He finds Nova. Nova's coming in. It's a little high looking for that rebound. T can't get it to go. Kangi comes away with it, keeping that lead. Woo-wee. Now Kangi comes. He fires that over to Blade. Blade comes in, and oh, there's Uli getting a big old knuckle sandwich on that blue robot. Felix, though, fires it down. Oh, good hustle back. Kangi, super fast robot. Now we got Uli. Gonna calmly reset over to T. They're looking to get something going, but CeRium just swarming right now. Blade coming in and bounces down, turns and fires, and he gets a tricky little pinch shot there. 4-1. CeRium leads now. Oh man, I forgot to turn Siri off on my phone. Every time I say CeRium, my phone lights up. Alright, there's Felix. He's going side to side. And he's bouncing in, he throws it across. There's T, and T skyhooks it. Puts the hand up. Little handball high five. There we go. Nova showing some life. We got a minute 35. It's not out of reach. Yo, Jonathan, Felix, appreciate you tuning in, bud. Miffin now going to the sky. Gonna get bumped off. Goes over to Kangi. No, Miffin's there, and Kangi just gonna swat at it. Now Kangi tries to swat it across. It's gonna go back, and it looks like CeRium is gonna reset it back in their own zone. Now we got Invis going up top. He's juking side to side. He goes up top on the nest. He fires it across, gets it over to Miffin. Miffin trying to work it in, but it's gonna go back to Blade. We got Uli putting in some work there. Ooh, a little crazy high five from T, and Uli goes flying. Felix is going to pick that ball up. Now he fires that, tries to spring Uli, finds a pinpoint pass. Great pass. Now they fire it across over to Nova. It's a little bit off on that one. Nova has to swat at it. Kangi's going to come away with it. Oh, tries to stop on a dime. Loses it, but then gets it right back. That kangaroo standing off business right now. T circling around, trying to find a hole. And, oh, takes a big check there. And Vince says, all right, I'll be taking that now. Viz now just trying to slow it down. Fires that up over to Miffin. Miffin going to fire that across. Finds Blade. Blade gets checked off. Felix is there. And Felix gets it up, and there's Invis. Invis gets tackled. And going to the sky is Uli. Uli now working that up. And we're getting down to that hot potato time. They're going to fire that across. T's there. What a save. And they get it cleared. Felix coming in looking for one more. But that's going to do it for that round. CeRium takes round 2 by a score, even though that says round 4, by a score of 4-2. All right, you can really see that pressure coming in from CeRium. Also, they're making Nova working that goal. Nova is one of the top tier goalies, I think, in the game. What do you got to do with goalies like that? Got to make them think and worry. Hey, is this guy on his way? Is he coming? Anyways, let's go back to the arena. Round number 3 coming upon us.
Ball's in the ring.
Oh my gosh, what a goal. That's what you want me to say? I got you. All right, here we go. Boom. Yes, I think Z-Drift party after this match. Let's do it. All right, Kangi's going to get that swatted over to Blade. Blade's going to circle around. He's looking around, and he's going to bounce up, and he works it in, and he fires that up. Looking for Kangi in the corner. Going to bounce down, and here comes Nova. Nova on a mission here. You can see the hustle and his bustle. He's swooping around, and he turns and fires, and there's Blade. Blade gets a hand on it, keeping that ball out. Great save there from Blade. And Nova, or that's T. T loses it to Miffin. Miffin now taking to the sky. As that ball pop out, he's going to pick it back up. Kangi's in the area. Uli gets a swat out. He gets it over to Felix. Felix didn't know, I don't think, that the goal was open. Now he gets turned around, but CeRium's back there. And T now coming in. T hits that awesome pass back, finds Uli. Uli coming in from the sky, shoots it, and Fizz now getting his turn out of save. Now in Fizz, turning that the other way, takes a look behind him, working that ball in, gonna go sideways, fires it across. It goes to the corner for Kangi. Kangi trying to get away, trying to get some separation, fires it up. Ooh, gets batted, good jump ball there. Favor goes to Nova. And it's gonna go back, and Fizz is there. Fizz trying to get away, has to hustle. And able to get away, gets a little bit of separation. Keeps looking back, he's paranoid. Now goes up over to the donut. Big old hoop-de-hoop. He fires that over to Blade. Blade comes in, fires it across to Miffin. Miffin to Kangi, and oh, they just miss. But there to clean it up, Miffin. Man, what passing. That was insane. Oh my gosh, what a goal. There's another one for you, silly. All right, Felix fires that ball up, and it's going to go down. We're stuck there. Blade's working that in. Blade fires it up top. Miffin was just hanging out on the side of the goal. And that ball's over top, and T picks it up. T gonna lose that ball. They're gonna fire that back. Reset back to Inviz. Inviz bringing that ball forward. Here comes Miffin. Miffin trying to get above. Does. Miffin coming in from the sky. Holds it, shoots, and gets the bounce shot. 2-0. CeRium leads. All right, here comes Nova. Nova going side to side. Now going up top. Gonna hold it. Now passes it over to T. T looking, fires it over to Uli. Uli now working it in, fires it to the backboard. There's Felix, and Felix tries, but Blade's there with a face save. Oh man. Nova now. He wants to get that ball in the goal. He's coming in. It's a little bit high, looking for that rebound, and it stays out. And now going the other way. Miffin has some speed. Miffin trying to bring that ball coast to coast. Miffin, ow! Just loses the handle a little bit. And Felix takes that to the sky. He's going to get rid of that before he gets checked. Kangi's there. Kangi gets taken out by T. Goes over to Miffin. Miffin gets it poked out. It's loose in the corner. And coming away is Felix. Felix looks down. Going to hit a little bit of a carve. Opts to keep it wide. Now goes back to the middle. Sneaky little robot. Now fires that up for Uli, but Miffin reads it. Miffin now scampering away. Going to flip that over to Kangi. Kangi fires that across. Ooh, and Blade gets that checked out. It goes over to Felix. Felix coming in. He skyballs it, and Felix puts it in. There we go. Nova finally on the board. Will they tie it up? Will we see an overtime here? I hope so. Overtimes are my fave. All right, Miffin now coming in from that skybox. He's going to turn. Nova's in that goal. Hold strong, and Fizz fires that back over to Kangi. Kangi has to take a little trip through the sewer. Now he loses it on the sidewalk. T takes over. T has a look, takes a shot there from Kangi. And Kangi really causing playing with purpose here. Uli goes down. Oh, gets punched out by Miffin. And the ball's loose. Here comes Inviz with that goal open. Oh no! Oh no! It stayed out. It didn't go off the post, but Blade's there. No, he gets stopped. Nova, huge. Kangi now. He's gonna get popped off. I was sure that was a goal a couple times. Felix though comes away with it. And now they fire it across over to Uli. Uli has that ball. He fires it into the open goal, and Uli's gonna hit that, tying it up at 2. Let's go. We got 14 seconds to go. They must be listening. I swear I didn't script this. I didn't write. I didn't use AI. This is just what happens when you play drift ball at this high level. Here comes Uli now, working that in, trying to get the round win. Uli needs this round, but it goes over to Inviz. He loses it. Nova's putting in some work here. Uli coming in. Uli gonna turn in. Uli puts it in. There we go. Nova waking up here. They take that round by a score of 3-2. Oh man. I just need to grab my slip real quick. It's right over here. It'll grab it. Yeah, okay, I got it. We're back. Oh, I gotta stay hydrated. Gotta stay hydrated. Waiting for tomorrow when in that Z Drift arena, I'm not gonna need a Slurpee because I'm just gonna drink the tears of my opponents. Wonder if you can Wonder if you can turn tears into Slurpee. Anyways, that's enough about my Slurpee obsession. Let's get back for round number 4. All right, here we go. Round 4. Nova. CeRium. We're off and rolling. Here comes Invis. Invis working that in. Oh, and Invis able to put that in. Uli tried. But CeRium's going to go up 1-0. All right, here comes Nova coming in on that goal. Nova trying to take it right back. Good defense there from CeRium. Coming away with it is Invis. Invis now swapping and going up to the Halo. Now comes in, fires that pass up. It's a little bit high. Felix is there, able to clear that. Goes right though to Invis. Invis gonna circle around, looking up top. Gonna come in and gonna hold it, gonna turn. Oh, it lays up. Oh, what happened? Not sure. Bad camera view, my bad. He's gonna bounce back and picking it up is Kangi. Kangi trying to work that into the zone. Has to back pedal a little bit. Oh, now they're trying to hit the camera. Blade turns the corner, goes up top. And trying to work it in and holds it, comes down and bounces, and Nova's there. Keeps that out of the goal. Miffin now going to reset that pass back. Here comes Invis. Invis shoots. What a save. Nova 2 saves. Will he get a 3rd save? Probably. He's just built different like that. Now goes up top. And we got hand checking. Blade picks it up and has to bring that down to the ground. Now he's working it down. He comes, he turns and fires, and Nova sees it after the last second. That's another one. Nova crazy in that goal. That's why you got to send your fists out of space. Miffin coming in hot. He bounces it off the back wall. Kangi's there. He comes in. He shoots. And now he sneaks it. Little sneak attack from that aerial kangaroo. And CeRium goes up 2-0. All right. Nova's going to hit that sideways. And it's going to bounce down. And picking that up is Invis. Invis coming in. He fires that over. And Blades. No, that stayed out. I thought that went in. A little stutter or something. T's going to send that the other way. Oh, we got Kangi coming in a blur. And he's going to keep that ball rolling. Now Kangi up on the corner of the Halo. He fires that over to Invis. Invis fires across. Finds Miffin. Miffin now going up top. And going to work that down. Lose that. Uli had some heroics in that last round. Uli's trying to get it some more. He fires that up. He just hit upon and misses Felix on that pass. Good attempt there, though. The intention was there. Now Uli trying to get that ball worked. And they're going to be fighting for it. It's going to go over top, too. Miffin fires that ahead over to Invis. Invis on the corner of the Halo trying to get away. Ball bounces down. There's Blade. He fires that ball down. And there's Miffin swooping in, putting that in. 3-0. CeRium leading. All right, now here we go. Felix going side to side, gonna throw that up. It's gonna bounce off the wall. Felix threw it to himself. Hits it, Juke comes in, and what a save there from Blade. Absolutely robbing Felix. Man. Now Kangi. He throws that over, and it's gonna bounce around, and it goes up, and oh, what a save there. Oh no, it trickles in. Able to put it in. Miffin, a little whoopsie doodle. There we go. Nova. Might not have been the prettiest of goals, but they got one on the board. Let's see if they can keep it up. We got a minute 30 to go. I know both these teams have a lot of respect for each other. Now here we go. Blade working that in. Goes up top, turns and fires. Bounces wide. T's going to look to spring themselves. T's working it up. Doesn't see a pass option yet. Now gets checked off, and it's going to go over. Oh, we got very physical play going. Kangi up top. Bringing it in from that corner. Going to look to work it in. Oh, loses the hand a little bit, and T comes away with it. T takes a look behind. We got a minute to go. Scampering back the other way. Has Felix to the right. Has Uli to the left, maybe? Felix, they go to Felix. And Miffin going to intercept that and just heave that down to the other way. They're looking to kill some of that clock. But there we go. That backline boss, Nova. There to pick it up, trying to spring, trying to get that ball going. Finds Uli. Uli comes in. Uli shoots. Oh, and a big whiff-opotamus on it. Now T's there, and T gets the backwards. While drifting backwards, able to hit that no-looker. Maybe it was a a backwards peeker, we'll call it, because they were kind of looking, you know, downwards to the side a little bit. Anyways, who we got up top? We got Miffin trying to come up with that. Uli's there. Uli doing some good work here. He comes away with it, gets rewarded. Uli now coming in from the corner. He's going to fire that over to T. T shoots. It's a little high. Felix is there. It will not go. Ball bounces up, and it's going to go wide. And if that ball hits the ground, it's the end of the round. Uli has it, looking for that tying goal. Uli going to have that ball pop up and take it to the sky as Kagi's going to skyball it. Will he get one? No, he won't. He tried for one of those full quarters. But congratulations goes to CeRium. They take it in 4 rounds, this final one being 3-2. All right, well, congratulations goes to CeRium. They're going to advance up to 9-1. Meanwhile, Nova is going to fall to a very respectable 8-2. Now, especially this late time in the season, man. You know, I know it's tough. Some of these when these matches mean more and more, it gets tough. But, you know, treat your teammates nicely. You know, stop blowing up your team. Stop disbanding. It's only a few more weeks left. It's better than sitting on cooldown. Anyways, that's enough about my PSA. I'm proud of you guys all for tuning in. Thank you, Elements. Thank you, Silly. Venom, as always, man. You're an inspiration to so many, helping out the homies. Setting such a good example. I don't know what the community would be without you. We got my buddy, my goat, EO. We got CeRium, sorry if I said that wrong. We got RFX Quack and Valentine. And anyone else I missed, I apologize. But that's going to do it for this cast. Tune in to my personal channel tomorrow morning at like 9 a.m. Eastern for the EU Z-Drip tournament. But that's going to do it for this time. Until next time, keep grinding. 6-7.
Orion Drift VRML is brought to you by Another Axiom, Helga, the esports manager. Thanks for watching VRML.